special presentation on TNN, the Nashville Network.
A most unwelcome sight at Lime Rock, Connecticut. The rains have moved in, and the race fans on hand, spirited and eager, but disappointed because the Dodge Dealers NASCAR 200, presented by Burnham Boilers, has been disrupted by the weather conditions and has been rescheduled for a week from today, next Saturday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, the next to last race of the Busch North Series for 1995. TNN, unfortunately, will not be able to return to Lime Rock to cover that action because they were previously scheduled to be in Rockingham, North Carolina for Grand National racing from there. Disappointment reigned supreme here in the field as well, where a man who would have started on the pole won't. Here's Bob Gerald.
Well, there's the start-finish line at Lime Rock, and I'm told that on these rainy days, sometimes it even affects these microphones. And standing alongside is Lou Rettenmeyer. And Lou, you had captured the pole for today's race, but unfortunately, we're not going to get to go.
No, it doesn't look too good. You know, we're hoping for good weather. They were calling for good weather today up until, I guess, this morning. All in all, we're disappointed, you know, with the weather, but our performance was real good yesterday, being our first race and being on the pole. We're real happy.
Oh, we're sorry we didn't get to see you get after it. That's part of the story from down here, Chris McClure.
And, Bob, another element to the story has to do with the Busch North points race. Kelly Moore was in position to clinch in this event, but now he'll have to wait at least a week before he can accomplish that. And Dorsey Schrader, that makes things very, very difficult, having to wait for that moment.
Frustrating for Kelly and the crew, too. These guys thought they could clinch. Now they have another week of worry.
Kelly Moore leading by 99 over Mike Stefanik, then Dion Santerre Bowles. And mathematically, all of them are still alive in the Busch North Series points chase. Now, another man who is part of the story, trying to become a two-time winner of this event and trying to do it the hardest way possible, is with Bob Gerald.
Everything's shrouded in plastic down here on a rainy pit lane, and we're with Butch Leitzinger, the defending race champion. Butch, it's got to be awfully frustrating, especially given all that you've been through this weekend.
Yeah, you know, I got my adrenaline built up here. I'm ready to go out there and tackle the racetrack again, and let's do it rains on us. But it's been a long weekend for sure. We blew a motor in practice, and Dave Dion and his crew was nice enough to lend us a motor, which was fantastic. You know, I can't thank those guys enough. And we had this last chance qualifier that we just got through, and you know, we tore up a lot of body work, and but we're able to get to the qualifying spot.
And you're going to have a chance to get after it then 1 week from today, all the way from the back of the field.
And by then, perhaps they'll have all their own equipment on board. Once again, the Burnham Boilers Dodge Dealers NASCAR 200 at Lime Rock, rescheduled for next Saturday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. If you want a live event, come out to Lime Rock. If you want your racing on TNN, next Saturday, the AC Delco 200 at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And, of course, on Sunday, the 400, the Winston Cup race as well. And now, we take this opportunity on TNN to take you to previous coverage of Busch North Series racing, the Auto Palace 150 by Slick 50. It was at New Hampshire International Speedway last July.